then comes in the mind of a clinician, why is it happening when actually 2D echo is showing a very mild valvular problem, why there is a more severe chest pain? Then on further evaluation, an angiogram has shown that because he is a 60-year-old, there is also a problem in the coronary vessels, that is the blood vessels which are supplying the heart, and they are the ones which are responsible actually for his heart pain, chest pain, but not the aortic valve problem. So this kind of an illustrative problem case will give us an opportunity to talk about the aortic valve problem, coronary artery problem, how to approach a patient who has got the chest pain as a clinical problem, and if there is a disproportion between the clinical findings and that of the investigative findings, how to basically troubleshoot that situation. So this is the second important modality by which medical education need to be imparted, called the problem based learning. The third pillar in the medical education is the clinical case based discussion. The clinical pathological case discussions before the start of the topic discussion will ignite that intellectual curiosity in the inquiring mind of the student, and the clinical application of the concepts is the basis for all the fundamentals to make the learning a more meaningful process. Finally, the hands-off training. The moment the student is equipped with all this knowledge and concepts, he is a more confident intern, a more confident house surgeon and a budding doctor who can face the hospital and practically manage the cases much more confidently and much more at a great ease. Now, how is this course of the EMBBS is basically designed? There is a 400 hours of coverage of all the 19 subjects, and there is about 200 hours of subject wise multiple choice question based discussion, and this gives a comprehensive review of the high yield topics which are frequently tested in the university exams, and also it equips the students to quickly revise their own standard textbooks on a self-study mode, and the MCQ discussions also will bring that objectivity in the self-assessment of their understanding and knowledge of the concepts. Now I will give you a small example. If we take the subject of pathology, we have totally discussed that in 57 hours in our EMBBS tutoring course. But the prescribed hours of the didactic teaching in the university syllabus is around 150 hours. Now how is it possible that when university prescribes 150 hours, we condensed it into 57 hours? The reason is there are around 180 topics in pathology. They are expected to be mastered, and they are frequently tested in the university exams, any entrance exam, or in the MCI screening test, or even in the case of the USMLE or any other exam. So it is the mastery of these 180 topics precisely is what is most required, and the purpose of a teacher is basically to initiate that enthusiasm for the student to quickly do a self-study of his own book. So that's how, though the prescribed hours are 150 hours, this comprehensive review course could be able to revise that within 57 hours. For example, if the student has to read a topic in the textbook, he takes around 2 to 3 hours to understand what is there in around 10 pages of the textbook. But for the teacher to present the same topic and inculcate it into the student's mind with all the case-based and the problem-based discussion module, it takes hardly around 5 to 6 minutes with classical illustrative cases. And after attending the lecture, to master the same topic which is there in around 10 pages description in the textbook, it hardly takes 15 minutes for the student. So there is a reason the true role of the teacher is not to